Good, welcome you guys back to my channel, Nene Vlogs. So this year I've decided to take part in the Tome Topple Readathon, and this video will just be describing the readathon and also my TBR for the readathon. So first of all, the readathon is about reading books that have 500 and more pages, which is a bit intimidating, and that's the main reason why this readathon is there. It's at least to start a book that you wouldn't normally start because it's so long. It starts on the 7th of April on the strike of midnight until the 20th of April. It does have challenges, but you do not have to take part in the challenges. Here are some challenges. Read more than one tome. Read a graphic novel. Graphic novel bind-ups are allowed. Read a tome that's part of a series, buddy read a tome, and read an adult novel. I will just write it down in the description if you guys didn't catch that. But those are the challenges. You don't have to take part in it. I don't think I'm taking part in many. But if you are thinking about joining, there's Twitter hashtags, and there's also on Goodreads a group that is like discussions and gives you suggestions on books. So check that out if you are thinking about starting. Let me just say, for this readathon, my TBR is quite ambitious. I've got 5 books and all of them are more than 500 pages. But I do have holiday for the next week, so I hope I have time to read all of them. I really want to read all of them, but this challenge isn't to see how many you read, it's just so that you can start. Okay, so the first book is The Host. So this book has been on my TBR for about 2, 3, 4 years, very long time. My sister has it and I've been keeping my eye on it for such a long time to read it, but I never have time, and it's a really thick book, so this challenge is like perfect to read it. Then the next book I also got last year and I still haven't picked it up, but I'm so excited to read, is The Bronze Horseman by Paulina Simons. This is a story in the Second World War, and I've been wanting to read it so badly. It really sounds so good, and so many people have recommended it and said it's really good. So yes, this is the time to read this book. I'm also wanting to read a historical fiction really badly, so perfect. The next book I wanted to read since it came out, since after I read the first book, it is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This is after A Court of Thorns and Roses, and A Court of Thorns and Roses was one of my favorite books last year, and this one has gotten so much praise and everyone says it's like the best book. So I think I really need to start reading it, and I really can't wait to start it. The next book I'm also really excited for. It is The Invasion of the Tearling by Erika Johansson. This book is after The Queen of the Tearling, and The Queen of the Tearling was a really good book. I read it last month, and when I finished it I really just wanted to start this book, and now is the time to start it because it has more than 500 pages. It's just continuing the story of the first book. I can't spoil it, but if you want to know more about the first book, you should watch my wrap-up for last month. I explained the book, but this is just continuing the story, and I really just want to read it. I think this is going to be the first one that I read because I've been wanting to read it for like 2 weeks. The last book on my TBR is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. I have read the whole Mortal Instruments series and the Infernal Devices series, and when I heard about this book I really just wanted to pick it up. This is also in the Shadowhunter world, and it's a few years after the Mortal Instruments series, and it follows Emma and her friends, and it sounds so good. I haven't read the Shadowhunter Academy tales yet, but I think I'm just gonna read this before I read it. I don't care if there's spoilers, it's just I really want to read this, and now is the perfect time. Okay, so that was my TBR for the Tome Topple Readathon. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a like, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I try making videos once a week, and comment down below if you're also interested in this readathon, and tell me your TBR if you've decided to join. Okay, see you guys next time. Blob!